Today I decided to rank all 13 of the 12-foot animatronics from worst to best, so let's do that. Number 13. So right here at the end of my list is the 12-foot mummy. This guy is alright. I really love the multicolored lights he has, but I really just dislike the look of him and how cheaply made he seems to be. I've heard quite a few times about this animatronic breaking down. They did make an updated version this year that apparently fixed a lot of the problems, but his look also just doesn't really interest me. If he would have had more detail or some sort of other movement, I would have ranked him higher on the list, but for today, this is where he stands. Number 12. And coming up next on the list is the Gemmy 12-foot Reaper. This guy looks alright and everything, but he just looks like a regular Reaper and has the exact same motion that basically every Gemmy 12-foot animatronic has. I'm putting this guy so far back on the list because the only special thing about him compared to other Reapers is his height. But overall, he's still an alright animatronic. Number 11. And next up on the list is a pretty cool one. We have the 12-foot evil scientist. The face design and concept for this guy and everything looks amazing. The thing I don't really love about this guy though is how little detail his clothing has and how he only really has the one head movement. This guy would have been 10 times better in my opinion if he just had some better clothing and if he had more movement to him. I do like the evil scientist look and everything. I hope next year Spirit brings us some evil scientist props. Before me, this guy's getting the 11th spot on my list. Number 10. And next up is the fourth and final prop from Gemmy on the list. This is the 12-foot pumpkin. Compared to lots of the other 12-foot animatronics, this guy just seems to be lacking something. And I think that thing is the level of detail. Just compared to lots of the other props, this guy just feels like he could use more detail. And he has just such a basic motion. I wish he had so much more. But with all four of the worst animatronics on the list being from Gemmy, it really shows that they should improve on the 12-foot animatronics to compete with these other companies. But now let's move on to number 9. Number 9. Next up here for number 9, some people might get mad at me for this, but we have the 12-foot witch. This one is a very unique 12-foot animatronic where the animatronic is held up by only the broom. And that's really only the special thing about this. Other than that, the witch looks alright and the big broom looks alright too. But even though it's a good prop, just compared to the others, it's not as good. Number 8. And now next up on the list, we got the 12-foot pumpkin creep. This guy is similar to the Gemmy version, but I prefer this one a lot more. Its audio is nice, and I love its big pumpkin on top. But even though this guy is cool, I just think there's so much more original 12-foot props out there than this guy. But he is definitely a great animatronic and perfect for a pumpkin patch. Number 7. And next up on the list is a newer one. This is the Wendigo. Out of all the 12-foot animatronics I've ever seen, this guy probably has the best head movement. He's also very creepy and very well detailed, which I really love. He's also a very unique prop, which is also pretty cool. Number 6. Now next up at number 6 on the list is the 12-foot ghost. This guy is very cool and features a very cool sculpt, and I love all the lights that light it up. This prop is more meant to be a static, but I think it really works well like that because it looks really cool. It's also a very unique ghost because I don't think we've ever really seen much designs like this. So this prop is definitely going to be one of the best 12-foot animatronics at Home Depot this year. Number 5. And now we enter the top 5 on my list, starting with the 12-foot clown. I'm a huge fan of clown props, and this guy is definitely another great one. If you have a carnival theme, you can have this guy towering above it, which looks really cool. They did a really good job on the face design for this guy, and his clothing also has a really nice color scheme, making this guy another really great clown prop. Number 4. And now at number 4, we have another Reaper, but this one is the SVI version. This Reaper is definitely one of my favorites. I love its movement, and its red color look really nice. Its audio is also nice, but just because of how cool this guy is, I think he definitely deserves the number 4 spot. Number 3. Next up in the number 3 spot is the Home Depot pumpkin. Unlike the other two towering pumpkins we looked at earlier in this video, this guy has such a unique design. He has a very nice design, and unlike lots of the other 12-foot props that just have clothes covering the mechanisms and everything, this guy can fully see his legs and body. They definitely paid a lot of attention to detail when making this guy, which I love, and he's a great prop. Number 2. And coming in at number 2 is the 12-foot Scarecrow. This guy's been so lows this year, and they put a ton of awesome detail into him. He looks very cool and is definitely one of the best Scarecrow props we've ever gotten. His motion is also pretty cool, and I love the big hat on top of him. And this guy definitely deserves the number 2 spot on the list just because of how cool he is. Number 1. And to finish off the list, you know we can't forget about the 12-foot skeleton, the OG. This is the guy that started the trend of 12-foot animatronics just 4 years ago. And still today, I think that this guy is the coolest 12-foot animatronic we've ever gotten. He looks so cool, and who wouldn't want a massive skeleton in their yard? He also has some nice LCD eyes, and they're even selling skeleton lighting kits this year for him. But he is definitely a great one and deserves a number 1 spot. But with all that said, that does finish it for today's list. Hopefully you did enjoy seeing me rank all of the 13 12-foot animatronics. There's definitely a lot of these, and there'll probably be a whole lot more next year. So next year I'll definitely make sure to make another one of these videos. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe and turn notifications. Also leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all next video. Goodbye.